it's happening. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Because it's happening. Big facts. Big factuals, y'all. Listen, I know this has been a long time coming. First of all, does anybody out here believe in aliens? All right. If you do believe in aliens, we can have a conversation. If you do not believe in aliens, beat it. Beat it. I'm not even playing. Listen, we're going to go into some alien stuff today. All right. Here come the aliens, man. They are here. Matter of fact, they probably always been here. Who else believes that? I believe they probably always been here. You know what I mean? Listen. What is going on? Okay? Aliens may be more like us than we know. I mean, listen, Hollywood films definitely be depicting aliens as, people that be trying to take over the world. Sometimes they depict them as real friendlies, right? What do y'all think? This is what we need to know. What do you think? Are they friendly? Are they hostile? Or are they like humans? Some friendly, some hostile. I hear that there's absolutely multiple races of aliens out here, which makes sense. There's multiple races of people. You know what I mean? People interbreed, just like I'm sure aliens do. And look at the ocean. Look how many forms of life is just on Earth. Is there like a number? Right? Like, okay, how many mammals? You know what a mammal is, right? How many? You know what a mammal is, right? Like a mammal is like an animal that, okay. There are roughly 6,736 official identified species of mammals on Earth. Okay, this is according to the World Animal Foundation. All right, look, let's go. Let's click on their page. Matter of fact, while we here. I mean, I know we talk about aliens, but check it. While we here, look at this. How many animals are in the world in 2025? Look. We got giraffes. You got zebras, antelopes. You know what I'm saying? And this is the jungle, and we already know we can name like crocodiles, alligators. You know what I mean? Coyotes, lions, tigers, bears. Oh my! Right. Come on, stop playing. I wish there was a list. I'd like to see them all. But look, mammals. These are just mammals, land animals. Just on the land. We have land. We have air or sky or ether. I'm not sure what it's really called. We call it the sky, air. But it's weird because air was. Anyway, we have land, air, and sea or waters, right? Look, more than 75,923 vertebrated species have been identified. This is like a species that has a vertebrae, like they got bones. You understand what some of these things mean? Come on. See, look, this is just going to say that this particular planet here, Earth, is jam packed with life itself. So ain't no way that somebody could think, if these are supposed to be all the stars behind us, a galaxy that is infinitely big, right, infinitely huge, and infinitely growing, that why would we be the only motherfuckers out here? Like that's the most dumb shit. Excuse my language, but that's dumb, right? Why would you think there wasn't no more aliens? I mean, anybody else but humans out here. You know what I'm saying? Listen, let's not even go into the flat Earth theory. First of all, this is one thing I want y'all to check out. All right, I don't know how this came up in my timeline, but listen to this motherfucker, Dan Burish. His name is Dan Burish. Reminds me of Van Buren. Rhymes with Van Buren. Shout out to Van Buren, local artist out here in Brockton. But this guy's name is Dan Burish. All right. Shout out to this dude too, man. His name is Laid Back FR for real. Just listen to what he says, okay? And look. Tell me if he's lying. He's not acting, or tell me if you think he's acting. All right, I'm going to play it right now.
The gentleman with which I was associated was approximately 3.5 feet tall. He had a dark brown appearance, very ruddy appearance to his skin. He was in a highly pressurized clean sphere. Okay. 3.5 feet.
You hear that?
Large head in comparison to torso. Large bulbous black eyes. The whites of the eyes had been selected out. So it looked like a large pupil, basically. When you look into his eyes, you feel like you're going to fall into his eyes forever.
That's crazy.
And I think that probably had something to do with the telepathic nature of his mental structure. He was hunched over most of the time, could not support himself fully, given muscular atrophy, and that had to do with the peripheral neuropathy which he was suffering. He was unclothed, which bothered him. He wanted to wear clothing and was refused in every turn.
This is the alien talking.
Called himself captive, and justifiably so. His facial features were grotesque in comparison to what he showed me what normal would be. Nose was recessed, an extremely small mouth, a hard palate, no teeth.
Do you have any idea what his chronological age was?
622. They excrete.
Y'all hear that?
In a manner that we would excrete. Their external
chronological age. I had a hard time getting that word out, but he said 623 years old. But also, like, what cycle? Like, is he 623 Earth years old? And what is an Earth year? Because we make up our own shit here on Earth. You know what I mean?
A hard palate, no teeth.
Do you have any idea what his chronological age was?
622. They excrete in a manner that we would excrete. Their external genitalia are different than ours. The females have somewhat like vulva, but they have a clasper situation. The male has a male clasper, the female.
What's a clasper? I should look that up. I don't understand what the hell they say. Clasper? Claspers, male and female? Male sharks have claspers, which are modified pelvic fins used for internal fertilization, while females do not. I'm sorry, I gotta see what the hell a clasper is. Male, you got the little bulge. Okay, y'all see that? Y'all see these pictures though? Let's educate each other. This is like a male. That other picture was better, huh? Let's go back. Let's go back to this. So clasper sounds like that means it's kind of hidden. All right. Well, now I understand. Okay, let's go. Wait. Where that? Let's go.
Small class situation. The females have been excrete.
That's crazy.
In a manner that we would excrete. Their external genitalia are different than ours. The females have somewhat like vulva, but they have a clasper situation. The male has a male clasper, the female claspers. And if it looks like a disc with rectangular solids that are rotated into position for clasping at the inguinal region. They do have internal fertilization.
Now, this was something.
I gotta hear that again so I can take that in. Hold on.
Do have
Pause.
clasping at the rectangular solid.
I gotta understand what he's saying.
It looks like a disc. Female clasper situation.
Yeah.
The male has a male clasper, the female claspers, and if
that hides their parts.
It looks like a disc.
Okay, a disc
with rectangular solids that are rotated into position for clasping at the inguinal region. They do have internal fertilization.
Now, this was something you read because you didn't see a female, did you?
No, this is something he showed me of his wife.
of his
everything that
wife.
he showed me when
his wife.
this was the incident. When he projected it into me, it felt like
Projected.
I was there. It was
What does
extremely
that mean?
depressed. If we were to term
Like
him
a
human,
dream?
I would. I'm not a psychologist, but I think he would be termed as clinically depressed.
Okay, so he felt.
He wept, but he didn't weep outside. He wept when he was with me.
Well, could you estimate what his level of intellect was?
So
He's smarter than me.
smarter than me. Well,
He was smarter than
obviously
me by a long range.
Does he have a wide range of-
So one thing about these beings, I think they are saying like some of these non-human biologicals. You see, I'm learning my terms because I am definitely tapped in. But I feel like some of these non-human biologicals are from, for lack of better words, a different dimension, right? And being, yeah. No. I think some of these. Ooh, what the hell? Yeah, my bad, y'all. Yeah, I should have started a whole stream like this. Should sound so much better. Oh, let's even clip it. It's so loud. The thing about these non-human biologicals is I feel like they're from a different dimension. I mean, obviously they are here in our dimension, but origin, right? I don't know, and I could be wrong. I could be right though. I feel like they are from a origin, like another dimension, right? And it might be a dimension with 4 dimensions. Like we are in a 3D world, right? Third dimension, 3D, 3 dimensions, 3-dimensional world. I hope y'all understand what I'm putting down. I hope y'all picking up what I'm putting down. So maybe that's why we really can't communicate with them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's people we can't communicate with on Earth with vocals. Like, you know, for instance, if somebody from, I don't know, Mexico, that was born and raised in Mexico, and somebody that was born and raised in America and never took a Spanish class, they would not be able to communicate other than like listen with their hands, right? Like they can't verbally communicate because they won't understand each other. They can be saying like yo duck or you'll die, and then they'd be like, what'd you say? Can't even do it. Right, exactly. But if you say, you're gonna look behind you, you're gonna be like duck, duck. You know what I mean? So I feel like we find a way to communicate, but something from a different being. It's like the language barrier is interdimensional. It's not like vocals because they may not even speak via vocals. As he said, they don't have like vocals to speak. They speak telepathically. So they just like be like, hey, my brain or yours. You know what I mean? Get that ass over here, wifey.
knowledge?
The mathematics that he showed me blew my mind.
Was that right?
He showed me concurrently not only
Watch this cup.
the
Do y'all believe this guy? Who is this guy? The man who talked to a 622-year-old alien. Whoa.
equations for the rule of nines, but he also did so diagrammatically,
You know, we from
and
the
he
hood.
did so
Watch that
with
with
three-dimensional, like a VRML system, where I was
it up
watching
with a napkin.
cubes
You know
come
what I'm saying?
together.
what I do.
Highly evolved, highly
Shout out here.
intellectual,
I mean, my cup of water.
highly repressed emotionally. When I was with him, I felt great
So
happiness to be with him,
this is
but I could
really
feel his
kinda
great
sad too
sadness.
when you listen to it.
Not only because
I
of
mean, this is why I'm like, yo,
he
what is
wanted to
going on? Is this
become.
like real talk?
what he knew he was by being
Yeah,
present
man.
with us, but
Is this real talk?
where he was and how he was being treated.
I don't know.
He was not part of the group that has to be catered to involving the T9 treaty that was just signed. He wanted to help. He was
What's the
willing.
T9 treaty?
When I went in, for God's sake,
Shalice, call me while I'm streaming. Okay, yo.
Hello?
What's shaking, bacon?
What's up, P? How you doing?
I'm alright. How you feeling?
I'm good. I was calling
Hold on, real quick. I'm streaming, so let me take it off speaker so people don't hear what you're calling for. What up? Oh man, come on, studio time. You know you good. You good, man. I mean, I even got you on a free hour to get you started off. Hell yeah. Next week is best for me. Yeah. After work is definitely best. Like probably like on a Tuesday or Thursday around like this time, like 6 o'clock would be like the best time to get you in there real quick. Um, I don't know what your schedule's like. Is that good for your schedule? Alright, so yeah, we could do Tuesday or Thursday at 6 o'clock. Pick a day, let me know, and then we'll lock it in. No, don't even do that. I'll be there, so you just show up. And I'm telling you, alright, I'm gonna be there regardless. So all you gotta do is show up. Don't wait for a call from me because I'm not good at be like, hey, I'm here, come by. I'm not good at that. But I know I'll be here. Alright, I'll see you Tuesday, man. Alright, thanks for the call, man. Thanks for considering me. I got you. Alright, cool. Yeah, I got you on a free hour, and then after that, we can chop up on whatever else you trying to do. Yeah. No doubt. That's what I'm saying. Let's build. You know what I mean? I fuck with you. So let's build, and then we'll take it from there. No problem, Shalice. I got you, homie. Later. All right. So that was the homie, singer, one of the best singers in Brockton. Her name's Shalice, man. But she doesn't sing. It's not my fault. Hey, listen, I don't make the rules. Anyway, we talk about aliens, and this dude is over here talking about he met a 623-year-old alien. He got into like their genetics, like how like they don't have like a penis or a thing, but they have some kind of thing that goes together. Like they're not humans. He also said that he felt the emotions. He felt like this guy was depressed. When I say this guy, I'm talking about the alien that he had to administer test on. He had to like test this alien, like like take his blood or vitals, like, and I guess whatever was going on. This is so crazy. Like I know the story, and like I guess apparently it hurt the alien and it made him cry. He cried. And I don't know if he was crying because he was sad, because it hurt, because he said, there's no pain medicine they can give him. Don't know what condition he was in. Don't know if he was that guy from Iraq. Like, that type time. But anyway, this guy is really convincing. As you can see, I absolutely believe every single word. And let's keep going.
I took well over, nearly 300 individualized aspiration samples from his neurological system.
Wait, how do you take a sample from a neurological system? Do you know? If you don't know, we're going to Google it. How to take samples from... How to take neurological samples. How do you spell neurological? Oh, man, I can't type it. I'm doing it live. That sucks. Neurological samples. All right, it's gonna fix it for me. How to take neurological a neurological sample, specifically cerebral causal fluid, is typically obtained via lumbar puncture, also known as a spinal tap. Oh, he had a spinal tap. That's why he was crying. Yo, I heard you over there, my nigga. Nah, you know I'm live, nigga. You gotta come in. You gotta come in. You gotta come in anyway. We see who's in the building, man. Like, yo. Whoa. Yeah. Shout out to Dange. Yeah. Peep the Majestic, man. Shout out to Dange. Yeah, we got Raspberry Run in the building. Nah, listen, you good, man. You know what I mean? Have a seat. You know what I mean? You do your thing over there. I'm deep in it, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, you know what I mean? That's how he had the spinal tap this dude. That's how he was getting these neurological samples. Like when I first heard this earlier, I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. But that's no wonder he was crying because he said they ain't had no painkillers. And I'm like, I'm thinking he's collecting blood and doing vitals. Nah, this nigga was spinal tapping him.
He wanted to help. He was willing. When I went in, for God's sakes,
I'm in an alien rabbit hole.
Well over, nearly 300 individualized aspiration samples from his neurological system. He would hold his arm out for me to take them.
See, when he said how do you hold his arm out to get a spinal tap though? Like maybe he was just taking his blood. Neurological, because I'm thinking neurological. That's exactly why I Googled it. You know what I'm saying? With y'all. Hold on. Neurological system. How to take neurological samples in arm? In a medical context, neurological sampling in the arm typically refers to obtaining information about the function of the peripheral nerves, muscles, and reflexes in the upper limb through a series of tests performed during Okay. Yeah, he was doing these tests. All right, say less. All right, what else?
There was no pain medication.
Yeah.
And whenever I would fire the introduction system to remove the sample, it was an aspirative avulsion system.
Well, aspirative avulsion system. What is that? Aspirative avulsion system. What is that? Do y'all know? Based on avulsion system, does not appear to be a standard or commonly recognized term, either medical, but avulsion concept can be obtained depending on aspirative. What is aspirative? All right. What is aspirative definition? See what I'm saying, bro? We gotta break it down sometimes. You know what I mean? If I don't know, I'm gonna aspiration. Okay, no. Aspirative. Not aspiration. Divulsion. Anyway, all right, let's move. Because I got.
And whenever I would fire the introduction system to remove the sample, it was an aspirative avulsion system.
Aspirative.
He would cry, and then he would just stand there and look at me.
What?
That's crazy.
What?
That's big crazy.
That sounds crazy.
That's big crazy.
Government officials disclosing extraterrestrials.
So they're all disclosing it right now.
Paul Hellyer, former Minister of Defense of Canada, and he believes that life forms from space exist and are present on Earth. Why do you say that UFOs are as real as the airplanes flying over our heads?
Because I know that they are. They've been, as a matter of fact, they've been visiting our planet for
you know when white people say it's,
and one of the cases that would interest you most, if you're going to is during the Cold War, 1961.
Big facts, man.
There were about 50
as a matter of fact, like what?
Flying south from Russia to across Europe.
Real talk.
And the Supreme Allied Commander was very concerned.
Yo, make sure y'all tap in with the homie right here, man. This is a good. Oh wait, before I get out of here, I'm gonna show you this one. This one's good. What is this? Is this? But there's a good one. There's a black lady.
In one-on-one, he said.
There's a black lady, and she's like a council member of something. And here it is right here. Like, the way she was asking questions just reminded me of, like, somebody's auntie. Just trying to get to, like, the truth. And they kept trying to go around it. She's all like, listen, I heard it. Anyway, here it is. Her name is going to pop up.
That sounds crazy.
Hold on.
What is the position of the British government?
Look at it. Tell me she don't look like somebody who I bet you somebody right now that's looking at this lady be like, oh, that look like Niecy or Reese or Peaches or one of those auntie names. All right? Watch her cook. Watch her cook.
On UFOs. Tell me, what's the position there?
The bottom line is that there is the special relationship with America, and America is quite clearly the most secretive government in the world.
It's about to cook them.
And it leads, their fingers are in every decent UFO report around the world.
I want to know about Britain. We know Britain.
Okay, well, Britain follows generally America's lead on most things.
We know about
and
US.
Britain does the same. They have been releasing over the last 3.5 years several batches of files, which are in terms of papers, hundreds of thousands of single sheets of paper. However, the majority of the paper that has been released is very low level. It's mostly correspondence. In amongst that, there are some very good cases. For example, a British case in 1957, Torres, a pilot. Okay, in Britain.
You don't give me cases. We got cases.
Okay.
I want to know what's happening in Britain. I want to know what's happening with the military.
Britain is very
I want to know what's happening with the government.
The media is very similar as to the US in not reporting. It belittles the subject, and it's criminal. And there is very little or no difference
criminal
in the UK to the US.
He sounds like a whistleblower.
This is a world phenomenon that we're discussing.
Yeah,
you all know it way better than we do.
Absolutely.
We've heard testimony now 3 days and read a month leading up to this, videos and all.
Cook 'em, Monty. Let's go.
It's how. And it's so really for all of you. And I think you ended your presentation on something like this.
Look how chill she is. She's like leaning too.
What and why is such a profound reality.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Not being built upon, internalized.
Right.
If I have my military who comes to me and tells me they've got
I'm trying to get
data, experiences, and other kinds of things that this is real.
Yeah.
Other countries, I've been on elevator and in the hotels with others from Chile.
On the elevator, you see that talk? You see that slang?
Everywhere else in the world, or many places in the
You
world.
know what that means? That elevator conversation where you
When
can
we
actually
already
talk.
acknowledge that whatever it is more significant than what we have here.
Right.
And obviously in Britain and some of the other countries.
Yeah, because it's like technology out of this world.
Your scientific data is outstanding. See, I think the answer is probably in a coalition of nations and not in our governments, obviously, because the governments know something we don't know and they aren't sharing it, and it could be critical.
I think it
and
always
catastrophic.
that's why
for
they're
the
not
human
sharing
being.
it is because it's critical.
Well,
Hold on, let me
add
pause this. I think that's exactly why they're not sharing it because it's
postscript
critical.
to
Because you know what?
yesterday's presentation.
Think about it. If it was bad, all right, and Rel's here, this is just me theorizing. Now, if the alien technology was like ELE, y'all know what that means? Extinction level event. If it was like some shit like, yo, y'all about to die, we about to kill y'all, you don't think they'd have told us that? No, it's not. I think they are the ones that could be like, listen, we can help you fix your whole stupid ass system, right? Like imagine that. Imagine just be here with me real quick. Imagine if said species, non-biological humans, are that smarter than us, and they can find a way to telepathically communicate with us. Just imagine if they're just like, listen, we can fix all y'all problems. We can help y'all, first, y'all overpopulated, first of all, and then, y'all got too much debt, y'all got too much hunger, y'all shouldn't have homeless, like this, because this is, people are in their situations in a lot of places, like, I can only speak about the U.S., because of their situations. U.S. is not the only, not even the most populated, dense place in the world. I think it's somewhere in Asia where the population is like 50% of the world. So just imagine how bad they got it, right? Because we talk about first world problems over here. You know what I mean? Like, damn, my Wi-Fi's out. Man, these niggas don't got water, nigga. Get out of here. Anyway, rabbit hole.
On Bentwaters.
What I was trying to say is, I think they're not hiding or they're not telling us stuff about the aliens because if they do, then they got to disclose it because of the rules they made, right? They made the rules that now they got to disclose it. And then now we probably got to meet the aliens. And then the aliens can tell us the truth. You know what I mean? Unless, like, they make a contract to lie with them because they already made a contract with them, apparently, per, like, some of these things to, allow us to allow them to abduct people, and then allow them to do experiments on people. You know, listen, I go down the rabbit holes, bro. I don't know if it's all true, but like, if this is really happening right now, a lot of that shit's probably true, bro.
Military people.
All right, I'm not like a psycho conspiracy theorist, bro. I'm just a realist.
I, for one, at least, have been exposed to information from two people that within 24 hours of the Jim Peniston, John Burroughs, and Ed Kovansak encounter with the black, glassy craft with the hieroglyphic symbols on it in the forest. Within 24 hours,
black, glassy
in the UK,
craft.
the National Security Agency of the United States took over everything that was happening at Bentwater.
So let me find out. U.S. is the authority for alien management.
This is important because it means that within 24 hours, a decision had been made somewhere at some level between the United States and the UK.
Well, that's exactly what
the United States.
Well, see, I don't think she's saying nothing people don't know. Of course, like, that's what they do.
Would take precedent through the National Security Agency.
Yeah, she ain't saying shit. Come on, Auntie, check her.
We heard that.
Yeah!
No, I'm not good. I don't.
That's what I'm talking about. Bitch, we heard. Excuse me, she ain't a bitch. I don't know that lady. But Auntie, check that.
Know the scientific part of it. I'm just going to tell you the political and what we do and what things we know about our country and the world.
You see how she cooking?
You see how she cooking? Of the world.
Let's go. Wait, now, I'm going to go back to how she tried to end that. Look, white lady, I'm going to call her Karen. I'm sorry, no disrespect. Karen was mad like, she wasn't Karening. Like, you would notice a Karen go crazy. She was all like, no, I'm a Karen. But I'm not that kind of Karen. You know, like, this is happening. Look, Auntie was all like, yo, we heard that yesterday.
A decision had been made somewhere at some level between the United States and the UK. That the United States.
So the United States, basically, she admitted that the United States is in control.
Okay, stop.
All right. Auntie Cook.
We heard that.
Yeah. No, what's that?
Okay, stop.
She paused, too.
We heard that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not good. I don't know the scientific part of it. I'm just going to tell you the political and what we do and what things we know about our country and the world.
Yes.
And our relationships with various countries of the world.
You know, I just appreciate look, so she's like a congressperson, right? She's a congressperson. So she ain't no joke. Like, first of all, I know she might sound mad hood, but that's what I appreciate about her. Because she's like, yo, she sounds like somebody I talk to all the time. You know what I mean? She sounds like our people.
You got to teach us something else.
Wait,
let me just finish my point, because don't give me that testimony we had yesterday. We all heard it, we got notes, and we got to read it and embellish it.
Damn.
We got to read it and embellish it, right? We got to read it and make it sound like it's better than what it is. Like, we got to make it sound like you told us some shit, but you didn't tell us shit.
But to the action phase.
Action phase.
You
I'm trying
to
do something.
And we got to know how, what, and why. Haven't got there yet, and maybe by Friday or next month, or as we move this over the next couple of years, we'll get closer than you got in 30 years, and you're to be commended. What you have unveiled is something is there.
That's that love. That's that. Come on, baby.
I'm still learning. I want to learn more about that.
Her tone, right? You see her tone?
I learn it.
You know what? I just caught on. I'm a little late, but you know what? She's matching the Karen tone. You know how Karen was all like, well, you know, this is what happened. She's all like, yeah, we heard that yesterday. But she matching Karen's tone, like, yeah, you know, like, baby, you wrong.
Existence as we know it is being jeopardized.
And we all talk about aliens. This is the craziest thing. I mean, so anyway, y'all got to check out this stream. Y'all got to check out all this alien shit. You know what I mean? Look, there's Congress hearings happening about aliens. I mean, yeah, it's funny as fuck. But honestly, it's like a real thing, right? I just want to see what happens. I've always been a believer in aliens. I'm going to say it right here. I seen a couple UFOs in my life, in real person, IRL, all that. You know what I mean? So the first time I seen a flying saucer, right? Honestly, it was me, Chop, Super. We was on our way. We was teenagers. We was young bucks on our way to Providence to go get tattoos. My tattoo, oh shit. My tattoo that I got that day was right here. All right? We driving, we on our way to Pravi from Brockton. I look up at the sky, and I'm like, y'all see it? Oh, okay, before I say I look up at the sky, this is back in the days, like I said, we was all teenagers, and then I was the one who called the front. All right, I got the front. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Shotgun, but we used to say I got the front only because like I want to sit, I want to sit in the front seat, I want to sit in the back seat. All right, because Chop Shop was always the driver. Damien was always the driver. So it was me, Super, and Big City Cedric. We were the ones who always had to fight for the front of the seat. But it really didn't matter because it was 4 of us. You know what I mean? So 4 of us in the car, everybody got my room. But once in a while, somebody wanted to sit in the front. So I called the front. Damien driving. We used to, it was back in the days where you used to do a playlist so you can, a playlist for your drive. Anyway, we're driving to private to go get these tattoos. Somewhere in between there, I look up at the sky, and I see a little something shine. Like, that's how I seen it. Because I was looking at the sky, and something like said, bling, twink, twinkle, twinkle. Right? So I looked up, I'm like, yo, what is that? And then, like, the music was playing. And so nobody heard me. So then I'm looking at it, and it starts moving. Zing, 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 zing. I'm like, yo, what is that? And I'm turning it down. Yo, y'all see that? And then they're like, yo, what are you talking about? I'm like, yo, up in the sky. It's a bird, it's a plane. But no, I was like, look, right there, up in the sky, you see that? Now, Damien's driving, right? I'm passenger, Damien's driving. He's looking up, but he can't, like, keep his eyes up. You know what I mean? He's like, yo, what are you talking about? I'm like, yo, right there, like, and it's like, he'd have to, like, turn his head. Or maybe it could have even been in his blind spot. Anyway, we got Super and Big City in the back, like, yo, nigga, you high as hell. Like, I'm like, bro, I'm not high. I'm looking at it right there. And then by that time, that thing, it went zip, zip, zip. Look. I'm going to do my fingers. This camera, okay. It went zip, 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 zoom. That shit was gone. Gone. I'm like, yo, y'all didn't see that? I mean, it was like a speck in the sky, but like when I say a speck, like the size of a plane in the sky. You know what I mean? Like a plane looks like a speck when you see it in the sky. It's like you just know the shape. But this is like a speck of like glowing zooming. Second time I seen one. Listen, y'all gonna listen to this shit. Prom night. I'm in the prom night. We chilling. I went to the prom. Prom was great. After the prom, there was an after party, and after the party is the hotel. The after party was in a little church school in Brockton. Y'all know which one it is. I think they might still have it, but we went through that. And I was like maybe 1 in the morning, right? Because it's not that late. The after party started like at 11:30, and it ended like at 1. So everybody went to Ames Pond. In the comments right now if you know Ames Pond. In the comments right now if you know Ames Pond. We went to Ames Pond. The vehicle that we had a sunroof. Don't forget, this is summertime, prom season. It's like May. It's great weather. It's like May, June. Bro, we was chilling. You know what I mean? Yeah, 17, 18, 16, between those years, you know what I mean? You chilling at a pond in a car with somebody, you know what's happening. Anyway, I look at the sky and I see I'm looking at the stars. You know what I mean? And then I see a star blink and I'm like, wait, stars don't blink, right? I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, maybe it's like an airplane. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it, but it's not moving. So then it starts to move. So I'm like, oh, it is an airplane because it moves like right to left slowly. I'm like, oh, that is an airplane because it's not blinking like, you know how the airplanes you can see like it's a constant blink. It's blinking different, and it's not blinking red and blue. It's like blinking white. All right, cool. So it blinks, it moves over. And then this is how I found out it was a UFO. It moved back to where it was. Planes don't do that. Listen, man, Y'all better tap in right now, man. There's aliens and they out here. Shout out to this auntie roasting in Congress for disclosure for the aliens. Shout out to Roxbury Rell in here. I think he's an alien because you know what I'm saying? Ain't a lot of niggas that can do what this nigga do right here, man. He's like a beast, bro. You know what I mean? Everybody like this nigga. Everybody respect this nigga. You know what I mean? I feel like he got alien telepathic powers, bro. You know what I mean? That's my guy. Nah, shout out to Roxbury Rell, bro. Yeah, he said he alright, but you know what I mean? He's the G, man. That's my guy. Good guy. Anyway, y'all, this has been
for some reason
a little bit. Oh, yeah. Look how calm she is. And Auntie's gonna roast her. Listen, but we're about to end the stream, but I'm gonna let y'all hear Auntie roast.
U.S. is if it's not for real, it's perceived to be the power of the world.
Yes.
That's exactly the reason why.
And right. So we sit here in the power of the world,
but it's
with
loss
a
of
power
power
not of this world, or we don't know how it does.
Do you think America wants to lose that power?
Hold it. You can't interrupt a congressperson.
Yeah, she cooked him.
I will yield to you in a moment, though.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. She's joking, but she's cooking.
Really, and how we get to make it something so that we can all live another 100 years.
See?
Or thereabouts. So I'm going to yield to you, Mr. Hilton.
What is she talking about by that? Is Auntie an alien? Like, you see how she said how we can all live another 100 years? Like, I know she was just like that, but like I said, what if the aliens were like coming here to help us? Like, yo, we could, like, apparently that alien that guy met in the first segment was 600 years old, right? So what if they could help us live longer and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, even if it is an extra 100 years for a human, we'd love that. I'll take it. Come on, man. Listen, I need y'all to tap into the comments on this stream real quick, man. I need to know if you're a believer. If you're an alien believer, tap into the comments, man. Listen, I'm definitely a believer. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a realist, and I just listen to things that make sense. You know what I'm saying? And I do my research. You see, we be Googling as we go, bro. You know what I'm saying? With that said, I'm about to go have another drink of water, cut down a tree or two, and then I'll be back with the next